Thanks for stopping by. This is 2-Minute Classroom, and today I'm going to give you 7 tips for multiple choice exams. And if you want to further develop your study and test taking skills, I've linked some books I recommend and a study playlist in the description. Now on to the tips. We'll start with the basic ones and then move on to the more advanced tips, but all of these tips are relevant. Tip number 1 is to read through the instructions carefully. I'm always shocked at how many students jump right into the test without reading the instructions, and maybe you're one of them. There is often valuable information in the instructions about how to take the test and what you are allowed to do, so read it first. After reading the instructions, you can move on to tip number 2, which is to answer the easy questions first. This is a solid tip for nearly every type of test. It provides an overview of the test and gives you several small victories to boost your confidence right at the beginning of the test. Tip number 3 is to answer the question in your mind before reading the answer options. Use a piece of paper or your hand to cover the answer options. You may have to get a little more creative if it's a digital test. Then, with the answers covered, read the question and formulate your best idea of the answer in your mind before looking at the answers. So why do this rather than just reading the options? Because you won't get confused by the answer choices and thinking 2 or 3 of the options sound like good answers. If one of the options is similar to the answer you came to in your head, then you can answer faster and with more confidence. Try it out. Tip number 4 is to read every answer option. Similar to the instructions, many students skip this step on at least a few questions, often to their demise. Because most multiple choice test questions want you to find the most correct answer, there may be multiple correct answers. So if you stop at the first one, you may not see the most correct one. Even if you think you've found the answer, read them all. Tip number 5 is to use the process of elimination. When you come to a question that you don't know the answer to, you can increase your odds by eliminating answers you know to be incorrect. Physically cross them out if you can. If you can narrow it down to 2 or 3 answers, you'll increase your odds for guessing correctly from the remaining answer choices. I'll do a separate video about guessing strategies for multiple choice tests and link it below, because it's a separate video all by itself. And if you're finding these tips valuable, consider subscribing, because you'll likely find a lot more value from my future content. Tip number 6 is specifically for all of the above type questions. You don't actually have to know if all of the above answers are correct. You just need to know if more than one are correct. For example, if the question has 5 possible answers, the last of which is all of the above, and you know the first and third answers are correct, but are uncertain about the other 2, you can confidently answer all of the above. Tip number 7 is to answer every question. I was amazed as a teacher to see students not answer multiple choice questions. I understand that you may not know the answer, but you can certainly write or circle a random answer. And there can also be a lot of strategy to guessing, which I'll make a separate video on. The only time you don't want to guess is when you lose points for wrong answers. In my experience, the vast majority of tests award you 0 points for a wrong answer, but on certain tests you'll lose points for answering incorrectly, so make sure you know the test before you guess. Now watch this video on last-minute test-taking strategies that will work, and this video of mine which YouTube thinks that you'll find relevant. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.